Good morning from the Soulful Guild and bringing you a cup of glow this morning. Grab your cup. It seems like it was a long smoky night from my end. We've got fires a raging, and it was kind of miserable, and I'm kind of still ready to go back to bed. But regardless, here we are. I'm so happy that I'm having people comment and remark and visit this site. That's really, we have to have purpose. We have to feel like our life has purpose and meaning. And you never really know in a day if you're able to influence someone or make a difference in someone's life. But I think that's really important. I think we each need to feel um, that feeling in our lives so that we feel fulfilled. And I know at least every morning that I get to share some of me and some of what has made other some other people's uh, creations of joy and wisdom and guidance, and I really love that. So I'm grateful that we can spend the morning together in just at least in just a few short moments. And thank you for those who are commenting and saying hello. I had someone say hello to me. I went into Cracker Barrel the other night, and somebody just came up to me and said, "I watch you every day on Facebook," and for a minute I thought, "What are you talking about? Who are you?" And then I thought, "Oh yeah, that's something I do. I forget. But it made me so happy, and I said, "Say hello. So say hello to me, and tell me your name, and maybe you're afraid to say who you are." It was it was hard for me to do this at the beginning. Um, I knew that I wouldn't be appreciated by a lot of um, family, maybe people with really, single-minded. Oh, this is the way it is. This is what you do. This is what you don't do. And it was really a challenge for me to step out, but it has been a joy to me, and it's a great joy for me every day. So get courage, say hello, say your name. If you don't want to say your name, say hello. I had someone call and ask me about health, and I can give, we can have small conversations. I can give you small ideas. Um, this is my online is my free access guidance sessions. Because this is what I do for a living, um, I have to I have to make a living. I have to live. Kind of a small detail, but I do. Anyway, so um, but I'm so happy to work with anyone, and if you have a need, please tell me. I will accommodate you. Please, people have accommodated me in life, and what goes around comes around. And I have a responsibility of a lot of people have saved me, and I'm not saying I can save you, but I might be able to help you, and that would bring me a lot of happiness. So let's glow this morning. Okay, it's Thursday. Yeah, I've been upside down all Tuesday. I thought it was Monday. All Wednesday, I was talking myself into it truly being Wednesday. And thank goodness I have appointments on my calendar that makes me having to keep look, because time is skiwampus. If you haven't noticed, time is so different, and we just don't, it feels different. I can't give proof but everyone that I talk to says the same thing, and I feel it so profoundly that time is really changing. The shape of time, the feel of time, the sound of time. I mean, truly, it feels different. So, today's Thursday. And in this day, I decided to pull 2 cards because a couple of reasons. I need both a little bit of grace and a little bit of magic. Magical Times Empowerment Cards by Jody Bergsma. I'm not exactly sure, but beautiful deck. Fun, just sweet and full of wisdom. Beautiful small little guidance. And Cheryl Richardson's Grace cards, also very beautiful. I love the thoughts. I love the ideas. I love how it makes me feel. And, you know, sometimes we just forget the basics for ourselves. So the first card I want to pick is, the first card I picked is from the Magical Times. And it's fun, isn't it? Okay, so here we go. In this card, we have a hummingbird, and it's getting nectar out of this beautiful flower. And the word here is gratitude. And I'm telling you, I had a hard time feeling gratitude yesterday. In fact, I wasn't grateful at all. I was feeling very kind of down and discouraged and out of place. And I just wanted to get back into that feeling of gratitude and appreciation, and that I'm not in a place of lack. And so this morning I pulled this little card, and it says, beautiful message, great reminder. Be grateful for abundance. Live in appreciation for what you have, and more will come. Now, sometimes we think we don't have much, and sometimes that's true. Sometimes we don't have much, and sometimes we just struggle from day to day. But there are things that we do have, and if we can give gratitude and acknowledge those things, then there's this universal law of increase that seems to perpetuate with that which we need. So let me read this little message. Today I will focus on being grateful. I am grateful for my bed, for the roof over my head, for running water, my clothes, my shoes, my friends, my country. I give thanks for the birds, the grass, the trees, flowers. I will say thank you again and again, and my life will blossom and be filled with joy. And I thought of each one of those things, and I am thankful for my bed. In fact, I know that moment right before I fall into bed and I say, I can't wait to go to sleep. I am so glad I can connect with my bed. I love my blanket. I love it. You know, we have this little blankie when we grow up. And maybe you didn't, but I think most people have either a little teddy bear or something that we cuddle with. I have a blankie too, and I'm a grown-up, but I love that blanket, and I love when I cuddle up with it. I know that it gets to be next to me, and it's comforting, and I'm grateful. So I have gratitude for that. I have gratitude for my shoes. It's true. I have my favorite summer sandals, of which are almost completely shot. But I have them and I love them and I wear them, and I'm really grateful that my toes can breathe, and I love summertime when I don't have to put a shoe on. But when winter comes and it's cold, I'm glad I can put a shoe on because I don't want my feet to be cold. So those are the simple things of life, but how critical are they for us to give gratitude? Just critical. Because imagine without them, uh, my clothes. I am a great bargain shopper. I don't have to go into a number one store, a brand name store, a big store. In fact, I usually feel pretty uncomfortable. Some people that's all they can do, and that's okay. But I love it when I find a treasure of someone else's that makes me happy, and I can be within my budget, and I just love that I can have a new outfit for sometimes $5, $10, maybe less. I love that. And I love that I have the wisdom to be able to do that. When I was a young girl, the jobs that were available were working in sewing factories, and things have really changed. I don't even know if they have sewing factories anymore. I mean, I know they do, but um, that was the gig. If you're a young person, you could babysit, you could work picking cherries or fruit, you could work in the sewing factory. Um, that was kind of it. Or you worked at a few of the local drive-ins. Um, Brookside Polar King was the drive-in that I worked on my first job, my first like real job with a tax form. But anyway, I worked at a sewing factory, and in that process, I learned how clothes were made. I learned about the mass. I learned about production, and I had so many aha moments as I laid the same fabric down. Well, I didn't. It was put down by a machine, and I got to watch this. I loved it. So the machines would lay down fabric over and over and over and over. It would go down, so many yards, and then back so many yards, and back so many yards, till you had a pile of, fabric like this. And then you had cutters that the pattern was placed on. And then they had a cutter that went around. It was, like a saw, but it would cut through the fabric. Everything was super, you know, um, production. It was all about production. And they would cut it out, and then they would match. Each person had a job in the factory, and sometimes it was just one seam. And you maybe would get 1,000 pieces, and you would just do the one seam and flip it and do the other seam and lay it down. Seam, seam, lay. Seam, seam, lay. This was production. And the aha moment came to me when I got to watch the tag girl put the tags on. And for so many thousand, it was this brand name. Seam, 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 tag, 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 tag. Then all of a sudden, she would run out of that. That job was done. She would bring a different name. Put the tag in. So, 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 so. 1,000 of those went out. Then there did the next company. Same product. One cost in one store maybe $40. One cost in another store maybe 10. That was such an eye opener for me. And that was the aha moment when in my life I learned to get over myself, get over the thing, the name brand, and be grateful for the item. Be grateful that I had clothes. And sometimes people just have a need to have the brand name. And there are certain brands. I'm just not saying that everything is done that way, but there is a lot to be learned there. Um, anyway, I learned that I could be grateful and I could wear something that was secondhand, or I could wear something from a store that was more less expensive, and that everything worked out fine, and that I felt happy, and it wasn't the clothes that made the person, it wasn't the name brand, it was my heart. It was the heart that made me. So gratitude for your shoes, your clothes, the bed that you sleep in, the fact that you have food to eat, whatever it is. It may not be much, but do you have it? Is there a place that you can sit down and rest during the day? Do you have work? There are just so many things to be grateful for. And when we say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, it perpetuates the law of laws of the universe perpetuate more. And so as we are grateful, we the law of abundance and law of attraction brings more. So if you will find gratitude in your life, you will find that you have what you need. And that is a beautiful feeling. It's a safe feeling. And it helps when you're feeling kind of low and things don't feel so great. The other deck that I chose is the Grace cards. I love these cards because they're soft. If you'll just look at the picture here, it's very soft and gentle. And some days I just need to feel that soft and gentleness. And this was a card I know just for me. I hope it's just for you too. But this card is believe. And it says, and I love this. The words here are critical. The words are few, but they are so critical, and words are powerful. When we marry intention with action, miracles happen. When we marry, what does it to marry mean? Marry means to join and to sign a contract and to be dedicated and to know that is your choice, right? So marry intention with action. That means you're willing to do. You are willing to act upon that which you desire. Miracles happen. Amazing things happen. The angels work with us. The guides work with us. God works with us. The earth works with us. The best part of ourselves work with us. Other people see that we're truly committed. And because most people, I'm not saying everybody, but most people truly want to see and help other people succeed. Your team, your tribe, your families will work with you. So, marry intention with action. Believe that you will have a miracle. I love that. Believing is more than just a thought. And that's where sometimes I think when we hear, oh, just believe, just believe. Well, there's more to just believe than thought. It's marrying intention with action. Then we will have an outcome. So those are my cards today, people. Having gratitude and believing. And those are great cards, and I needed them today. I really did. You know, I hope, my hope is that my cards will help you, but I'm telling you what, they help me, and I'm grateful for them. And I love doing this every day, and I'm so glad for those who take the time to tune in. So happy Thursday, thrilling Thursday, cup of glow to you. Make it a beautiful day. Marry your intention with action and see what you can come up with. I love that. I love that idea. It's going to help me. Happy day. We'll talk tomorrow. By the way, remember, like, share, and comment. I love the comments. Please share so that we can build our community. Cup of glow.